for yourself, what have you personally found has worked well when it comes to outreach? Like, what have you found was the best methods, or even the biggest mistakes that you've seen people do when it comes to outreach?
Well, I think the first thing is that I think a lot of people think of when they're first getting into like endorsements and sponsorships is, oh, cool, I can get a bunch of free stuff from this company if I make a good relationship with somebody. And they say relationship, but then they don't think about the aspect of the relationship, right? So it's a give and take. It's a long-term thing, and as you mentioned, we have to add value to that. Now, if we just get a bunch of free stuff, that's cool, but it may be something that we don't need to buy that we were going to buy, but it's not long-term value for either the company or the endorser. Because that value really is that eventually you get to a point where you can buy the equipment. It's not the issue of the money. What helps is that you're promoting the product, and then that company is equally being able to help partner in a way to help spread your marketing as well, at least for me as a producer. So when I'm looking for relationships with companies, I think first about is this a specific type of product that I already enjoy using, or does it solve a problem for me that could be a benefit to me? And then is that company's culture and community something that I would want to put my name in front of, and is it a mutually beneficial relationship? And so I've had a number of really great relationships with different companies for different purposes. I work with a company called Antelope Audio, which is one of the premier manufacturers of audio interfaces and converters. And they solved a solution for us with remote recording. We do a lot of remote recording outside of the studio, and for years I had these big, huge racks of preamps and converters and a computer and all the stuff that we had to drag around to every gig, and not always, we don't always have enough space for everything if we're doing like a smaller club date or something like that. So they came out with an interface that had 32 channels of audio conversion and a preamp that is 32 Class A pre's in one little box. So in one rack space that's like that big, I can bring a 32 channel studio wherever we go. So we're able to set up right next to monitors. So it solved a problem for us. And the culture of that company is really cool. They're very forward thinking, and they're creating really great high quality products. And for a long time, like when I started in the industry, they were known as the company that, like, if your studio had their clock in it, then you had the legit room, So they also had a great reputation, which helps with my reputation and mutually beneficial relationship. There's another company that I work with called NAMM Audio. Makes really great studio monitors, and I love their monitors, the sound of them. And one of the big advantages was that they had moved their corporate headquarters, U.S. headquarters, to Nashville, which is where my studio is located. So I already like their monitors. I would love to have more of them in the studio, and I know if something goes wrong, I can literally call up Adam, and it's happened before. Ribbon blows on one of the speakers, and within a couple of hours, I have a new set of monitors there, and they're sending mine off to repair. So that sort of relationship is awesome, and in turn, I help them develop content. They come and they film and record in the studio, and it's a good relationship. So that outreach for me starts with is there a relationship there, something where each party is going to add something positively to the interaction.